Roxo Media House.
Hey Frog fans, welcome inside the Flying T Club studio here at Roxo Media House. I'm Kassidy Chun.
And I'm Hallie, Corinne Frist with the TCU beach volleyball team. Thank you for always supporting our team, and we look forward to seeing you on the sand soon.
We are so excited to host this edition of Frogs today. In today's show, we recap the 13-5 men's basketball team and their continued hard-fought season in the Big 12. Plus, we announce exciting news for TCU football.
Women's basketball news you won't want to miss. Track and field along with women's tennis wrap up their invitationals. And we talk about our beach volleyball preseason trip. Today's show starts after a quick word from one of our sponsors.
Stay tuned!
In Botham, we put people first. So we simply start by listening to you. Whether you're searching for customized insurance, HR, or financial solutions to protect your home, car, health, business, or employees, our specialists are here to serve you, the people you care about, and your success. Higginbotham, insurance, HR, and financial services. Inspired by you.
Welcome back inside the Flying T Club studio. I'm your host, Kassidy Chun. TCU men's basketball is now ranked for the first time this season, coming in at number 19 in the AP Top 25 poll, which makes them one of 8 Big 12 teams ranked on the list. For the first time in Big 12 history, the conference has 8 teams in the top 25. After last week's performance of beating number 2 Houston at home, Emmanuel Miller was named Big 12 Player of the Week for the second time this season.
It's always an honor. It's always a blessing to be recognized as one of the best players in this league. But that's where the hard work comes from, I put a lot of hours into this gym, and I'm just blessed to be recognized as Big 12 Player of the Week.
Following up that big home win, the number 19 Frogs fall short in overtime against Cincinnati 81-77 on Tuesday night.
Tough game to lose. Watched it a couple different times. Liked our execution actually down the stretch offensively. 7 possessions in the regulation were 3 missed layups, 2 wide open threes, and then the 4 missed free throws. So really it was good execution. Had turnovers that added up. That were too many. Granted, it was a 45-minute game, so you're going to have a little bit more than our number, but probably a few too many. I think we can correct those ones. There was a pattern on a couple things of reads, both the receiver and the passer, that we could have been better at. But I talk about offense, but simply defense. We didn't get it done. 53% from the field. You can't win on the road. We did out-rebound them by, I thought, a pretty good number, but simply 53% it's on our defense. Too many layups, too many in the paint baskets, all the stuff I repeated after the game.
We got to do better. I got to do better. Down the line, game on the wire, there was little details in which we slipped up. Could have done some stuff better, could have executed better, but that's what practice is here for today. We're going to go over some things we could have done better and execute it today.
Hey, we lost to 2 really highly ranked teams by a point or possession. Didn't seem to get the breaks down the end. But what I liked about this game as I watched, we had good shots in the overtime. I was like, God, how do we blow this? And we didn't really blow. We took good shots. We even, we got a couple putbacks. That we didn't finish as well that means you're probably taking a good shot if you're getting an offensive rebound. So the turnovers were too much, but all in all, especially down that stretch, it was just shots we wanted to get that didn't go, including the 4 free throws, which you have to hit. 3 layups, point blank layups, and 2 wide open threes, wide open, and like I said, 4 free throws. So that's you gotta fix it.
It's a long season. You harp on one game, you think about the last game. Guess what? You playing another ranked team the next game. So it's always that next game up, like as if it's a next man up mentality, And I just try to harp that into my teammates. Try to hope they recognize that every game's important and we got to move on.
Trevion Tennyson led the Frogs in scoring the second time in 4 games with 17 points.
Well, I liked our actions. He scored off of our sets, our motion, different things, OB plays in these conference games. So we've kind of added some things or used some things more based on him, kind of looking at some plays sets that we used with Desmond in the past. So, yeah, I mean, his numbers have gone up. It's obvious he makes our team better offensively because his ability to space the floor, and then defensively he's been good. Wasn't as good last game defensively, and so and I say defensively, some blockouts were the concern, which falls in the defense category. So, but yeah, he's playing really well for us.
With a record of 13-5 and 2-2 in the Big 12, the guys host number 24 Iowa State at home this Saturday at 1 p.m. in the Shoal.
Hey, our guys are excited to play at home. We're going to have the students here really for the first time, and they should be excited about it.
I can't wait. I can't wait for this weekend to be blacked out. I was actually at Kroger, and I saw some students here at TCU just hyping me up for the game, and that means the world, because the game's this Saturday, but it's already on their mind. And I just can't wait to see the student section loud and packed and filled and ready to go.
We wish you the best of luck. Make TCU proud. Meanwhile, TCU head football coach Sonny Dykes has announced the hiring of Ken Wilson as linebackers coach. Wilson served his previous 2 years as head coach at Nevada. Wilson has been part of 12 conference championships, including 3 at Oregon and 18 bowl games. Unfortunately, TCU women's basketball canceled their game at home against Kansas State on Wednesday night, as well as their game at Iowa State that was supposed to be tomorrow night. This is due to the team not having enough players due to injuries. TCU point guard Jaden Owens suffered a torn ACL and meniscus in her right knee and will miss the remainder of the 2023-24 season. Per conference rule, the member institution unable to field a team will have to forfeit the contest if no extraordinary circumstances exist. From the conference website, Iowa State and Kansas State will each gain a win in the league standings, while TCU picks up 2 losses. Overall, records will not be impacted as per NCAA policy. The Frogs remain 14-4 overall. The next game for the Horned Frogs is at home against UCF on Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Energy does everything for us. It's all-encompassing.
We're all benefiting and affected from it.
And it is something that we all need to know about.
It is the glue that holds everything together.
TCU is powering what matters, our future.
We don't just talk about what's needed. We focus on results.
The Ralph Lowe Energy Institute is creating a world where energy is affordable, sustainable, and reliable.
Simply the best barbecue in Fort Worth. Dine in, catering, or drive-through. 2900 Montgomery, just off I-30. Remember, the best barbecue in Fort Worth is at Railhead Smokehouse.
Welcome back inside the Flying T Club studio. I'm Hallie, Corinne, Frist. Men's and women's indoor track and field just wrapped up the McFerrin 12-degree Invitational on Saturday. They broke several school records and accumulated 4 event wins to kick this season off. Benjamin Curbo started off TCU with a record-setting 5.18-meter vault. Gracie Morris broke her own school record in the mile with a time of 4:39.07 in her very first race of the season. Graydon Morris placed first in the 3K, making it the 4th fastest time in program history. Ryan Ingalls also won the 800-meter with the 5th fastest time in program history.
This thing was that the kids, student athletes, really competed as a team, and they were very engaged. So they ran with a sense of pride. They was cheering each other on. The parents it looked good. So yeah, you always want to win. We had a lot of, individuals that won races. We had some school records and all those types of things, which is great. But at the end of the day, we're teaching, young kids and students, how to give your best and really, be a good teammate also. That carries over in life, right? And so that's what I saw. Typically, if you do your best and you stay with it and you do the right things, good things happen, right? And so for me, that's what I was looking for. I was looking to see if people would show up and compete for the 4x4 in different relays. And what I noticed is that they did that, and they was really cheering each other on. They was fired up. They really cared, and so that was a plus. For me, obviously, when you got Gracie running super fast and you got Ben jumping pretty far, and Chun, and we had a lot of kids, and we had a lot of the kids, the freshmen. Oh my goodness, they came in and they ran like they had been here before, right? So those are good things. But obviously, on this level, you have to step it up a bit more. But just for them going to the meet, acting like they belonged, cheering each other on, being like a team, a family team, and really enjoying it because it's a sport. Sometimes we get so caught up in the competitiveness and wanting to do so well that we forget that it's supposed to be enjoying. It's like I was watching some motivational stuff online, and George St. Pierre, who's an MMA fighter, he was talking about how if you enjoy what you're doing, you'll do it better. And he was like, yeah, you have to be focused. You have to focus and all those types of things. But there's a time in there where you have to enjoy it. And it looked and it appeared as if the kids really enjoyed competing this weekend.
TCU continues the regular season slate at the Corky Classic on Saturday, January 20th in Lubbock, Texas. TCU women's tennis completed their final tournament before dual match season at the Miami Spring Invitational last week. The Frogs totaled 10 wins over 3 days, taking on opponents from Miami, UCF, and Vanderbilt. The ladies kick off dual match season this Saturday at 12 p.m. against Northwestern State. Meanwhile, the women's rifle team also just opened their spring schedule with a win. Six-Horn Frogs finished in the top 10 as the squad took first in the three-team match, firing a team score of 4,736. Best of luck to all of you. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
We're lucky to have a collective that's as strong and as powerful as the Flying T Club. It's a big deal for us. It is a game changer. I would just encourage any fans out there to support it. Everyone asks me, what's the biggest priority? And I say, NIL is big. Please jump on board, show these student athletes how much they mean to you. The thing about NIL is I think there's a right and a wrong way to do it, and the Flying T Club's do it the right way. Let's keep winning. Join the Flying T Club today.
We just got back from our preseason training camp in Hermosa Beach, California.
Our team, women's beach volleyball, kicked off spring training in warm weather and deep sand.
We got the opportunity to practice in different conditions in preparation for our upcoming season. We can't wait for our first games in February. We hope to see you there.
We take the team to California. I think it's our third year we're doing it. And I think we're the only one college in the country who does that, take the team to a training camp. I don't know if it's weather or not. I mean, it's true, like a lot of teams in California, they don't need to do it. But we do it for different purposes. Like, I mean, the weather here is not like ideal at the time of the year, especially in the beginning of January. The weather here actually was okay to practice, like when we're in California. But we do it like to take the team somewhere else and do like a team bonding as well. I think it's really beneficial just to get the team together for a few days, after the long break that we have for Christmas. And of course the training, we have a double a day, so we do everything together, weight room, practice in the morning, afternoon, all that. And it brings of course, the more time on the sand, but also it brings more time together in the hotel and extra activities we do. And it's super beneficial for the girls to know each other a little bit more during that week that we do here in the school, because when the school starts, class schedules are different. So, of course, we spend time on the court, but it's important for them to spend a little bit of time outside and know each other a little bit better.
It's been a blast hosting this week's episode of Frogs Today. For everyone behind the scenes here at Roxo Media House, I'm Kassidy Chun.
And I'm Hallie, Corinne Frist. Thanks for watching this week's show, and thank you for always supporting our beach volleyball program. Please like and subscribe to Frogs Today for the best coverage of TCU athletics. Until next week.
Go Frogs!
Roxo Media House.